Flavors of the Heartland takes us back to a food tradition that's been a part of Hoosier history for generations. We have Bethany Hrachovec, the Director of Education and Engagement for the Indiana Historical Society, joining us with the details. Okay, I have to give a little tidbit to them. This all kind of started in Missouri.
It did.
With one of the people in your family and the planting of a certain tree.
It did. So at my grandparents' house, they both have unfortunately passed at this point. My grandma in 2016 and my grandpa in 2022. We have their photo right here. They had a blackberry bush that lived in their backyard that they planted, and as kids we would go every summer and pick blackberries, and my grandma would then transform the blackberries into this blackberry cobbler that we're making today at the Historical Society. And after my grandparents both passed, all of my aunts and uncles, all 8 of them, received a cutting from this blackberry bush to transplant to their own homes wherever in the nation they lived. And so there is now a blackberry bush that is transplanted from Missouri to Batesville, where my parents live. And so we bring that Missouri tradition here, and the blackberries we're using today are blackberries I picked with my mom.
Now, what I love about that is that you tell the story about transplants, which is a big part of our history here.
It is, yes. And so I am not a native Hoosier. My little sister is, but the rest of my family all comes from Missouri. We date back to, mid 1800s when they came over from Germany. They were born and raised in St. Thomas, Missouri, and then it was my parents' generation that really started to migrate outside of Missouri, including my family that moved to Indiana, where we've formed our roots.
That is beautiful. Now let's talk about this recipe, because that's the big thing that people are going to get out of this event today, is learning how to make it themselves.
Yes, so today we're going to be making obviously our blackberry cobbler as well as some vanilla ice cream. So our blackberry cobbler is going to be nice and easy. You take about 5 cups of blackberries, spread them in a pan, and you are going to make the most sugary topping you can imagine. It's over 3 cups of sugar that is going to be adorned in this, and so it creates a nice pillowy top. You mix your sugar and your flour and just 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, pour it over top it with another cup of sugar, bake it for an hour, and you have one of the most delicious cobblers in existence.
Sounds amazing.
It is so good. It definitely hits your sweet tooth.
Now I have the recipe right here because of course you know how I love food. So it's really easy. You've got lemon juice, flour, sugar, milk, margarine, baking powder, a little bit of salt, and some cornstarch, along with some boiling water, and that's all you need.
And that's all you need. It's super quick and easy. When I make it, usually the longest part is waiting for it to come out of the oven. It's 10 minutes tops, and then you wait the hour.
That is amazing. Well, if you want a little help, all you have to do is attend today's event. It's at 1 o'clock to 3 p.m. Indiana History Center. Price is included with admission to the Indiana History Center. And of course, the focus is on blackberry cobbler and ice cream. So bring your appetite when you bring yourself and your friends. Bethany, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.